Hello, it's Monday night. I'm pretty tired already. It's 10 o'clock. So today was a pretty uneventful day. Ramping up at work is still very slow. They don't actually have tasks for me to do yet, so most of my day is still kind of like fucking around, sort of. And I am kind of that weird person who's like, if I attend TI later, I gotta make sure I have like fancy TI clothes that I can wear at the event. So I may have purchased a few articles of clothing. If I have good self control, I might, buy a couple pieces every other month or something leading up to the event. Also, since I had so much time at work today, I finished reading my first Hercule Poirot mystery, The Mysterious Affair at Styles, or no, oh yes, it is The Mysterious Affair at Styles. I finished that book, and it was good. It was entertaining. Right after I finished Joyland, I was all like, damn, I really want to read another Stephen King book, but I bought 3 freaking Agatha Christie books, so I have to read them. So at first, when I first started the book, I was kind of not into it, but then after a while when Hercule showed up, I took note of how they described his mustache, which I admit was very disappointing because it's supposed to be like this grand mustache, and all she wrote was something about it being like looking like militaristic or something. And he's apparently only 5'4", but with those brains of his height might not matter in today's dating life. But anyways, I have this next one to start on, The Murder on the Links. I am feeling tired, so I actually might just be sleepy enough to go to sleep right after I finish recording this. But another thing that probably exhausted the hell out of me was I watched Blade of the Immortal, which was by the Japanese director Takashi Miike, Miike, but he is well known for, I guess, violent films. This is the first movie I've seen of his. He is well known for Ichi the Killer. I just remembered hearing from a friend that Ichi the Killer was like super, super graphic, gory, and violent, and I'm not really big on those movies. Anyways, I forgot about that violent aspect of that director before I saw this movie. So, this movie was 2 hours and 20 minutes long, so it kind of got boring after halfway in. The beginning I thought was actually decently interesting, and I was drawn into it for a while. But anyways, this movie was really violent. A lot of limbs get chopped off and they flop on the ground. And at first it's like, whoa, but then after a while it's like, oh, I'm used to it now. I'm not sure that's a very good thing because there's a lot of violence in movies nowadays, and I'm not sure if it's a good thing if that we're becoming very neutral towards it. Yeah, they sometimes have like 10-minute to 15-minute action sequences, and I just stop watching after a while because it's like you're not furthering the plot. You guys are just fighting for 15 minutes, so I'm not really into those action sequences anymore. Maybe if they really had something pretty unique. I don't really know how creative they can be with stuff like that anymore, but yeah, it was Earlier she was actually laying on my leg. Usually she doesn't cuddle close to me, but once in a blue moon she does, and I have to say that I don't know how people enjoy cuddly pets. I know it's like very affectionate and it's cute and everything, but it's like the most uncomfortable thing in the world to have a dog lean on you for more than 5 minutes, because there's like weight and pressure on your leg that's not comfortable at all. So she was like leaning on me, and I was like, oh my god, I'm like stuck in the corner of the couch. I had Sammy on my chest, and it was uncomfortable. I need to stretch my legs. And then there were a couple times where these cats were wrestling and tackling each other. Like Milo fucking lunged himself at Sammy earlier. It was kind of comical. So I just randomly managed to get my camera like floating on the side of my tower because I hate like putting, wait, let me straighten it out. I hate putting it on my desk and angling it up at my face, but I don't have a convenient way to just like have it at sitting height, but I think I found a pretty neat solution, although it's kind of scary. Like, I don't know how to explain how I did it, but it's not important. Anyways, to my surprise, there is a lovely Dota 2 qualifier going on right now for China. VG versus LFY, and VG is the team that just played the finals in Katowice. So they're obviously one of the tier 1 teams, so it's good to watch them. And movie-wise, there were a few new ones that came out. Shape of Water. There was one called The Eternal Road. It looks foreign. And then there was also Ferdinand. I'm not sure how Ferdinand did, but I like John Cena, so I will watch it and see what that one's about. There's also one more. It's called The Breadwinner. Apparently it is nominated for an Oscar for Best Animated Movie. So that one actually looks pretty good. The premise somewhat reminds me of Mulan, but in a different way. Yeah, I guess I will watch these qualifiers and then watch a movie. I'm not sure which one I'll watch today. Maybe I'll do Ferdinand, because I'm feeling like watching cows. He's a cute cow. Is he even a cow? I don't want to check. Not yet. So I am still watching Ferdinand, and unfortunately it is very boring. I honestly didn't like it since like 15 minutes in. I think it's a big issue if you have no interest in the main character after that period of time. So unfortunately, I decided to leave it on to the point where I can't turn back and just stop watching it. I have about 30 minutes left, so I'm gonna leave it on as background noise just so I can add it to my list, but honestly, don't like it at all. And it sucks because I used to love animated movies. I loved them. They had so much meaning, but now this is just like, I don't know, this might just be for kids, but even the ones that are for kids, I still am sure I managed to enjoy. So anyways, I have like 30 minutes left of this, so I will probably try to focus more on the Dota game, I suppose. There is a pretty decent matchup after this series, but it might be kind of late. It might be closer to 10, 11, or 12 at night, so I'm not really sure if I should watch that because I will be tired tomorrow. Okay, good afternoon. I am just heading back to work now from my lunch break, and my lunch break, I guess, today was, well, it doesn't seem that much longer than usual, maybe an hour 15, but it's mainly because I went and got some bubble tea. It's sitting here on the side. Everybody knows what I get usually, so I don't need to lift it up to show you guys. But, I don't know, lately I've been in a fashion crazed state of mind, I guess. I have been indulging a bit, which is, I guess, you know, sometimes it feels good to indulge. I just normally never let myself, so I have been buying some stuff. I'm not keeping everything because I'm being extremely particular. So in the past, I would always just be like keeping everything, too lazy to return, but now I have like specifics in terms of fit and the way it sits on my body. I need to make sure that it is in a way that I am comfortable with and in a way that I like. And then material matters a lot because oftentimes they're using synthetic materials and selling them for an extremely expensive price. Like some of these brands sell 100% polyester or rayon for close to $100, and that seems so ridiculous because the material is crap. I don't think it'll last very long, but they just sell it for such a high price. So something else though that I really feel good about though is that these premium denim jeans that I have, I've owned them since, I think I bought these like 4 years ago, and I'm pretty impressed that they have held up this long for 4 years, and I still really enjoy wearing them. Hi, so it's Wednesday night and I am cooking right now. I feel like it's been a couple days since I've cooked and I have been buying out a bit, so really glad to finally cook today. I am making very typical stuff. I know it's never that different, but this is like chicken breast thighs or something with zucchini and potatoes. I think nowadays I try to avoid having to cut up too many ingredients because it just takes a lot of time and it doesn't always make the dish that much different. So today is just 3 in there. Yeah, I've had a pretty interesting week, I'd say, mainly because I feel like after I started thinking about fashion and wanting to buy a couple things, I have fallen into a bit of a black hole, as in I've been buying a bunch of stuff. Some of them I obviously intend on returning if they don't fit me very well, but I've been on quite the spree and it feels a little weird. For some reason, tonight is one of those really weird nights where I feel like I'm just allowing myself to really stress myself out, and it's over really stupid stuff. So when I was at work, I was really anticipating going to see Annihilation tonight and then returning my pants at the same time, and I was planning on going around 9 to 10 o'clock. That way I had some time to spend with Riley out of the crate. But I got home and I cooked right away because I wanted to get that out of the way and make sure I got it done. But just, I've been feeling fatigued and tired. I don't know, I think the idea of me feeling like I'm forcing myself to go out to watch the movie just because I planned it earlier was like weighing on me for a while, because I kind of don't want to, but I was like, oh, I should because I freaking did my hair and I like need to go out and be seen. But I feel tired. I don't really think I can go out. Plus, apparently someone got a hold of my credit card number. I mean, it was one fraudulent transaction, but for some reason when I saw the email or I saw the text messages that there was suspicious activity detected, I was in the middle of playing Dota, and then when I saw that email, I just kind of felt like a little irritated by seeing it. And I don't know, there's just a lot of pressure, different things going on. Sometimes when I'm playing Dota and Riley's just lying on the floor, I end up feeling some form of guilt that I'm not giving her any attention after she's been home by herself all day. Like, I have moments, maybe like I'm overly hard on myself at times, when really like you're not supposed to be focused on your dog all the time. They're just happy to be near you and happy that you're home. I feel like I've just been pressuring myself in so many different ways tonight, and it's only 9 right now, so I might just watch a movie, drink some tea. I think the tea will really help because hot beverage, it will soothe me and hopefully wake me up a little bit. So I mentioned I have been buying a lot of stuff lately, and originally I was going to like wait until it all came in and then I would just like record it all together, but I don't know, I just feel like showing it right now and then I can like store it away and not worry about it. So I saw these sneakers online like a couple weeks ago, and originally I wasn't gonna buy them, but then I decided, you know, oh, they look so good, and I really like wearing activewear also, so I decided to buy them. They look like this. Freaking pink. White on pink looks so good. It makes me want to get rid of my other shoes because this one is so pretty. And something that I really focus on now is this tab thing, whatever you want to call it. So in my black pair of sneakers, there is no this thing. I mean, it does exist, but the laces sit right on top of your foot, and I've noticed that over time, if you have your laces on tight, the laces kind of press and pressure against the top of your foot, and it's not comfortable when you're wearing it for a long period of time. So when I bought these, I wanted to make sure that this flap covers the laces so the laces don't touch the top of your foot, which is good. There's always all these little things that you really start to notice after you keep buying products. So I actually like that process, because even for clothes and for shoes, I'm like really narrowing down what is useful for me and what I will end up using. So I'm glad that this flap thing is covering the laces. Another thing, so these are both issues I have with the two sneakers that I own right now. The other one, my white ones, this tab isn't locked in the center, so it slides to the side whenever I'm walking around and moving, and it's not like a functional issue, it's just a personal preference that I like to have this tab in the center, and if it slides to the side, kind of annoys me and I always want to fix it, but then it like slides to the side very quickly again, so I can't win with that shoe. But these look so great, and honestly I'm gonna be so sad when it doesn't stay white anymore. I do have a cleaner, so if it ever gets dirty I can clean it up right away. But along with these, I bought like 2 pairs of shirts because I was just browsing the big kid section, and since I'm a small person, I'm 5'4", I was like, yeah, you know what, I can save some money if I buy the big kids girls sale items, because they tend to be like $10 cheaper than the women's, even though they look pretty much the same. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna save some money, buy some tops, because I really like diversity in terms of my activewear tops. Yeah, I bought 3 things from Nike, and then I bought more jeans that is supposed to be arriving tomorrow, and then I bought a pair of flats. I've been spiraling down a clothing and shoe hole today. So I finally got my live check today from work, and it turned out to be a lot more money than I expected. For some reason I was expecting something pretty low because I only worked 8 days and that's what my paycheck would become, but it just turned out to be a lot more than I expected, and I was like, holy shit, like what do I do with this extra money? Oh, it's time to spend it. So I was like browsing sale shoes, and there was a pair of Valentinos that was on sale for $867, and I wanted them, but I decided to pass because I still have a lot in credit right now, and I really want to pay that off first before I ever indulge in these fashion spending. So I did buy a pair of flats. They were on sale and I thought they were really pretty, so I thought it was a pretty good deal to buy those. But the other pair of booties, I feel proud that I had the self-control not to buy them, because today and lately, this whole week, I feel like I've been spending quite a bit, and if you've been following me, you know that I've been spending quite a bit since I heard I got a new job. So it's tough, because when you like have more income, you just naturally think of more things you want, and it's so challenging for me, because one day I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the International. Another day I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna save for a house. Another day I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna finally buy some fashion items, because I've been stifling that desire for years. Like, I rarely let myself buy clothing, so occasionally, you know, when I allow myself to, it feels really good, and it also encourages me to dress up and get ready for work without looking like crap. Like, for the past few months, I would just go to work at my old place in activewear because I stopped giving any fucks. But at my new place, like, since it's a new place, then I also do like the people there, and I guess I'm starting fresh, so I really want to occasionally look nice at work. So buying some new clothes would be nice for that. But yeah, I just played like 2 games of Dota. They weren't that great. Sometimes it's just not very fun, can be a little stressful, but hopefully now I'm gonna watch a movie. I think I'm going to watch My Life as a Zucchini, which is it's a very funny name, but it looks like it might be good. It's actually animated, I think. So I'm gonna watch that and then probably go to sleep. I have a meeting at 9 in the morning tomorrow, so I have to get in a little bit earlier than usual. Yes, it's almost the weekend, and on Sunday the major starts, and I keep forgetting about it, honestly, because I have just been, I don't know, my mind has been scattered this week. I haven't really been doing that much. I still feel kind of like, I just feel like I don't have a lot of motivation or energy to do anything. Like if I were to go to sleep right now, I could, but I kind of don't want to. Because, see, the interesting thing is, even though so far I'm actually really enjoying work, like I like my manager a lot, he's funny, he's very easy to talk to, and I like my coworkers a lot. For some reason though, I still feel that sense of treasuring my free time because I'm like, I have to be at work for 8 to 9 hours, and then by the time that ends, when I'm home, I really want to do fun stuff. I really want to do like things that make me happy. And it's not like I'm not happy. I just feel like I've been kind of in a daze tonight. I honestly have been thinking about finances quite a bit lately, especially because I'm just really trying to figure out how to budget my new paycheck and still manage to have some fun once in a while and buy stuff I want, because I tend to really feel weird when I spend money on funner things like clothes or shoes or a trip like vacation. So I'm really trying to get into the habit of not feeling guilty when I buy these things, because I do tend to. Like if I buy something that I'm really excited for, but it's materialistic like clothes or shoes, I tend to feel like I've been naughty. Like I bought something and I did something bad. But I think that's probably coupled with the fact that I have been racking up money on a 0% credit card, and it makes me uneasy because I've never done that before. I've always just had one credit card that I would pay off every single month. But so right now I just have that 0% kind of hanging over my head, and I wouldn't say that I don't think I'm in particular danger of not paying it off in time. But the thing is, I think the fact that I kind of have it is dangerous as well, because sometimes, if I see something nice that might be a little pricier, I might have that thought of putting it on the 0% card. So even though I have a lot of intent to put money to pay that card off, I also have the other thoughts of putting more money on it, which is just not good. So a lot of dilemma for that. I wish I could say that I have more self-control, but unfortunately I don't. Sometimes I feel like this week the beast within has just been letting loose, buying stuff. And I mean, I don't think I intend to keep all of it, because I'm buying them just to make sure that I will really like them. And so far there have been a few that I don't. So I will most likely end up returning several and getting like quite a large chunk back. Like I think that total I might have spent close to $1,000 this week unintentionally. Like I just come across sale items and I'm like, oh man, this looks really nice, let me buy them, and then I'll probably return, like, I think I have like $270 worth of stuff that I intend on returning. It just kind of sucks though, because the money is like put on your card right away, but when you return it, it takes time to ship, and then they have to process it, and then like 3 days after they process it, you see it show up on your credit card where you get your refunds. So that tends to make me antsy that I don't have that money back just yet. I've been so retarded because I went to the mall like I'd say 3 times. Yeah, now that I think about it, I'm so bad. I've literally been to the mall like 3 to 4 times, and now I have to go back to return my pants. So I went there before work started, right, to buy a pair of flats. I bought the Chloe's. I went back and returned the Chloe's. Then recently I went to try on like a million pairs of jeans, And then I bought a pair. And then after coming home and trying it on and also trying on my existing pairs, I'm like, man, I like my existing pairs better than this other one. I just know that it's not worth keeping, especially for the price. So I'm gonna return it, but I need to go back to the freaking mall to return it again. So my plan was to go to the mall and watch a movie while returning it. That way I can do two things at once. But tonight, I'm just too tired and the store is closed already. So, I mean, there's really no rush. That's another thing. I tend to feel very rushed. Like if I have an idea or if I've been thinking about something all day and I have the capability to do it that day, then I do it that day. So, for example, like 2 days ago, I was obsessing over jeans. I was thinking about the fit. I was like, I wonder how, like, you know how when you browse online, you see all those pairs, but you just don't know how they fit on you or how they would feel because all you see it is on some tall ass woman that's like 5'10", and you just need to feel for yourself. So I was obsessing over that like crazy. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the mall right after work and try on a million pairs of jeans and see how they fit and feel. Like not without much. It wasn't really my intent to buy a pair, but I did end up buying a pair, and now I have to go and return it again. Time to start watching my life as a zucchini. I do really hope it's good. I have a feeling it'll be good, but I kind of forget what the plot is about, so I guess we'll see what happens.